Welcome to Behind the Line, where we pull back the curtain on the challenges facing first responders and frontline workers. The work you do is unique, and so are the stresses that go with it. Join me as we tackle key issues to reduce risks for burnout, and as we work to support you in doing the job you love without sacrificing being the kind of person you want to be. Hey there, and welcome back to Behind the Line. I'm your host, Lindsay Faas. If you're new to Behind the Line, what you should know about me is that I'm a clinical counselor specializing in trauma therapy. And after over a decade working with first responders and frontline workers around issues like burnout, compassion fatigue, PTSD, and related OSIs, I've become a passionate wellness advocate and educator for those who sacrifice so much for our communities out on the front lines. Behind the Line is a place for us to talk about the real life behind the scenes challenges facing you on the front lines. I created this podcast with the hope of bringing easy access to skills for wellness, allowing you to find greater sustainability both on the job and off. Today we are into our second week of our May Minis series. And this is out of a hope of both helping me save a little bit of time in prepping and preparing these pieces, but also in allowing you to have some really great quick win ways that you can start working at building wellness practically into your own life. We are doing this series both on our regular podcast platforms as an audio only, but we are also doing this as a video series on YouTube. And you can check it out if you want to come and spend some time with me, see my little office here, and hang out for a little bit. So for today, we are focusing on something called progressive muscle relaxation and some affiliated tools like autogenics, which doesn't matter what that means. We're just doing the things that help our bodies feel a little bit more relaxed and attuned. We are doing this because when we spend a lot of time in really high stress, our brain starts to detach itself from our bodies. So of course they're connected, obviously that's true. But what happens is our bodies act as a feedback and alert system to our brain. When our brain starts to get too much information, it's getting overwhelmed with the amount of stress that we're facing, it starts to kind of volume knob on our bodies and it starts to kind of like disconnect, dissociate, or otherwise just kind of numb how much it's tuning into what your body is telling it. So part of what we need to do is we need to kind of reconnect to our bodies and help rebuild healthy relationship, healthy feedback between our brains and our bodies. And that's one of the jobs that this activity is hoping to serve. It's hoping to just get us back into this thing. This body is what allows us to interact with the world. We are what our bodies give us. And we need to feel connected in order to really utilize all of the resources at our disposal that our brains and bodies provide us with. We can do our best, most fantastic stuff when we are totally in alignment, when those systems are functioning optimally together. So that's part of what we're trying to accomplish. Behind the Line is sponsored by Beating the Breaking Point. Beating the Breaking Point is a 7-part online training program designed specifically for first responders and frontline workers, and tailored to fill the gaps in your training to support resilience and sustainability. Whether you're new to the work and wanting to cultivate tools to prevent burnout, compassion fatigue, and related concerns, or you are deep into your years on the job and have gone a few rounds with burnout and other mental health challenges, this program offers the foundational pieces you need to support personal and professional wellness for the long haul. You are a helper. You love your work and you sacrifice a lot. Investing in you and your sustainability is the best gift you can give yourself and those who lean on you. We make this program as risk-free as possible by offering a limited money-back guarantee to ensure that it's a fit for you. If you enjoy Behind the Line, you are going to love this program. Google Beating the Breaking Point Lindsay and find everything you need to get started, or use the link in the show notes. Now, back to the episode. I am pulling today's materials from a friend of mine. So he was a professor of mine when I was in my master's degree. His name's Dr. Rick Bradshaw, and he put together something called BRAIN, which stands for breathing, relaxation, autogenics, imagery, and grounding. And yes, I know grounding doesn't start with an N, but it has an N in it, and he claims that that's sufficient. So I'm going to read parts of this to you. What I want you to do is I want you to find yourself in a comfortable position. So if you are listening to this as a podcast in your car while driving, don't follow the instructions right now. Pin this and save it for later. You're going to want to come back to it when you're in a kind of neutral position, in a place that feels kind of safe and calm, where you are not responsible for the lives of others. Let's start there, okay? Again, I'm sorry for those who can hear the train in the background. I live and work in a place that has a train nearby. Okay, so I want you to start out by getting yourself into a position that feels comfortable, whether that's sitting somewhere or laying down, whatever makes you comfortable. Okay, start there. Once you get comfortable, I want you to start out by just closing your eyes if you feel comfortable with that. If not, feel free to just find a spot to focus on in the room. Find a point that feels neutral or calming, and start out by taking some long, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As you breathe in, I want you to focus on breathing in relaxation. And as you exhale, I want you to focus on breathing out tension. Take another couple of breaths here. Focus on them being long, slow breaths that move all the way down into your tummy, filling up the fullness of your diaphragm. And as you exhale, focus on exhaling all of the air so that it's putting pressure out of your body. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. Perfect. Keep going with your long breaths. And as we do, I want us to focus on a couple of different parts of your body. So I want us to start with your hands and forearms and biceps. I want you to breathe into your hands and arms. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. As you focus on your hands and your arms, I want you to focus on breathing in and letting the air swirl into those spaces. And as you breathe out, imagine the tension that lives in those parts of you exhaling right out of your system. Let any tension in your hands and arms melt away as you breathe in relaxation and breathe out tension. Next, we're going to move to your head and face, throat and shoulders. Breathe in relaxation through your face and your neck. And breathe out tension. Again, as you breathe in, imagine the healing power of that inhale swirling through your head and face and neck, and capturing all the bits of tension. And as you exhale, imagine expelling that from your body. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. Again, imagine it melting away any spots of tension that you feel in your face, your forehead, across your sinuses, into your jaw, down through your throat and neck. Let it release. Inhale relaxation. Exhale tension. We're going to move down into your chest, your stomach, and your low back. Again, breathing in relaxation and breathing out tension. Draw awareness to any of the places in your chest, stomach, and back that might carry tension. Breathe into those places. And as you exhale, allow the tension in those places to go with it. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out tension. Again, as you inhale, let it melt away any residual bits of tension that live in your chest, stomach, and back. Breathe in relaxation and breathe out tension. We're moving down again, this time to your legs, your calves, your feet. Breathe in relaxation to your legs, calves, feet, and breathe out the tension. Notice where you might be holding some tension in your legs and into your feet. Focus on these places, and as you inhale, focus on letting the air swirl around those spots and draw it out of you as you exhale. Move that out of your body. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. Focus on letting your legs and your feet melt into the chair that you're sitting in, the bed that you're lying on, or whatever surface you are in. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. At this point, your body should be feeling like it's melting into the floor or the bed or the chair, whatever surface you're on. Allow yourself to feel heavy wherever you are. Focus on your hands and arms. Notice that your hands and arms feel warm and heavy. Notice that your breathing is deep and slow. Notice that your heartbeat is slow and regular. Notice that your forehead is cool and dry. And notice that your feet and legs are so warm and so heavy. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Continue breathing like this until you feel ready to come back to the world. And when you feel ready, give your toes and your fingers a gentle wiggle. Open your eyes if they've been closed. Find a point to focus on. And when you're ready, come back. Sit up, move around, and be back in the world. Allow your body to feel reconnected to this world and to the brain that is running it. Let them feel pulled back together. This is an activity that you guys can do that took, 7 minutes? You can do this every night before bed if it helps you. You can take the same script that we've used. You don't have to do it listening to my voice if that doesn't feel helpful to you. You can just do this. All you have to do is work through long, slow breathing, working through different muscle groups, breathing air into those spaces, and working to melt the tension out of your body. And then the last little piece about my hands and arms, my legs and feet, warm and heavy, all of that, that's called autogenics. And really all you're doing is my hands and arms are warm and heavy. My breathing is deep and slow. My heartbeat is slow and regular. My forehead is cool and dry. And my legs and feet are so warm and so heavy. These are the pieces that are true when our brains are not in stress. When we are in our most calm, grounded place, these are the things that physiologically my body should, could, would be feeling. And so we're just prompting our brains to try to focus on orienting to those things because it helps give that feedback system that tells your brain, we must be pretty okay right now. We must be really safe right now. We must be in a really good, non-stressed space because this only feels like this when that's true. And so we're working at prompting our brain to feel connected to what it means, how it orients back to being safe and okay and not stressed out. Okay? These are things that are totally doable. You guys can do it. I believe that you can, and I know that you will. And when you do, I want to hear about it. So feel free to reach out and connect with me on social media. You'll find me on Facebook and Instagram at Lindsay Faas. You can also reach out by email to support@thrive-life.ca if you want to just let me know how you're doing. I'd love to hear about how these tools are working for you. I'd love to work with you if you're finding it difficult to adapt them to meet your needs. Feel free to reach out and let me know. If there are things that you would like to see us cover on this show that we haven't yet, I'd also love to hear about that. I also just want to say a big thank you to everyone for how you are helping to make this a movement. It's been really amazing to watch how this show has grown and how the resources we've been able to offer to first responders and frontline workers has grown so exponentially. This has been a time where I witness how hard it is on you guys, and my heart goes out to you. And it's why we put in so much effort and time into trying to build resources that help you, because you are killing yourselves helping all of us. So please go and share these resources to others that you know on the front lines. It's making a huge difference in people's lives, and I'm grateful for you and your help. Until next time, guys, stay safe.